When I go out to the woods to go camping, I'm there because it feels like home. I love exploring nature to see what nature has to offer. Many don't realize there's much out there to always learn. But when a regular camping trip turns into something more, it's so much more worth your time being there. Well, here I am. This is the same spot where me and my grandson Caden camped out last time. I'm pretty much setting it up very similar to what we did last time. The only minor difference I got going on right now is that I got the poles set up a little higher, and I actually got the tent tarp extended out just a touch more, just a little bit more. So right now I'm still getting organized. Right now I'm about to set up my hammock. Excuse me, not my hammock. My cot, which I own several cots, but this one here that I use is made for small tents like this. It only sits off about 6 to 7 inches off the ground, and it's all right here. So we're gonna get that going right now and bring you back shortly after we get situated. And when I put this together, one of the things I do, I find it a lot easier to do the outsides first. One on each end. So what it does, you push down, lock it in. That easy. And then I come to this end. This is what I'm talking about, doing the ends, one on each end first. Then it makes it a little easier for the middle sections to go in. There you go. Portable, compact. I mean, it puts away compact as you saw before I opened it up. It goes together very quick and easy. And I'm over 200 pounds, so it holds me just fine. Now we're gonna work it to get it in there. So, all right. I'm gonna actually put this end down there because my head will be up here. It's got a pocket in here, so does the tent. The tent's got pockets inside too to put storage. Nice. So there you have it. It's all put together, ready. I got my sleeping bags, and I don't think I'm gonna need much layers tonight. Tonight and tomorrow night is gonna be very warm. So, all right. Thank you guys, and I'll bring you back here in a little while when I sit down, and I'll have a chat with you guys. So, see you guys soon. So one other thing I do want to share, and I love these things. You can get them in, there's a few different colors. But this is my inflatable camping travel pillow. Right off of Amazon. This is the brand. There's several different brands. However, this is the brand of this particular one right here. And the one thing, I've already opened it up and inflated it when I got it. I will tell you, this one here is a slightly bigger than the last one I had, which this is much better because, yeah, it's just much better because it's bigger. Bigger is better, right? So, yeah, I'll get that inflated very shortly. But, so yeah, here's my layers inside on my cot. Of course, that throw blanket there, that's what I'm laying on. I got a sleeping bag. And I shouldn't need anything extra because of the temperatures, 50, 60 degrees at night. If I do need a backup blanket, see that little bag right there that looks like a mini sleeping bag? This here is awesome. It's very thin, but it's very warm. I shouldn't need that. But, so yep, that's my inside setup right now. That sleeping bag right there is actually made, the one that's on there is made for, like, mine is something, like, really cold. And I know it don't look like it. It's actually thin. But I've camped in cold weather with that, and it's amazing. I'm telling you. I'll try to post and provide links in the description of this video if you're interested in checking it out. Alright? So, to the pillow. And, yeah, when you take it out of the box... Yeah, it's in this cool little pouch. Not much bigger than a 12 ounce soda can. So, ultra light pillow. Now, let's take it out and inflate it. So, before I inflate it, I do want to point this out. Most of these inflatable pillows, you got a button right there. You want to make sure it's pushed in before putting air in it. Okay? If you leave it out, the air will leak. So, if you ever get one of these, or if you already own one, you know what I'm talking about, and you know how they work. So, there's the little button inside. So, we're going to blow it up now. Here you go. So, I did tell you one thing wrong. The button needs to be pushed out. That's my fault, and I apologize for that. So, yes, it must be pushed out. But, yeah, this is the pillow. Yeah, and this strap right here is pretty much where you could, like for me, if I want to, I could wrap it around the cot to where it'll stay stationary, won't move around on me. But, yep, this is my camping pillow. So, we're going to just toss that in there. It'll be in there for later. And, yeah, for those wondering, I got my single burner cook stove. I got my Coleman cook stove. And I do have my fire maple, which I'll use that mainly to heat up my water. For the food that I brought this time, it's basically the same or similar to the last time. For those who watched that video, I had noodles and hot dogs. This time, I don't have hot dogs, but I have smoked cheddar sausages. So, yes. And either tonight or maybe tomorrow, I might wait till tomorrow. I got some chicken and dumplings. That's going to be amazing. It's going to be thick and creamy. Yep. Anyway, I got some minor things to make sure I'm organized with before it gets dark later. Make sure my lights are situated and all that good stuff. And I'm going to set my tripod up because I got my parabolic mic right there. We're going to be listening with that tonight. But before it gets dark, we're going to put trail cameras around here. Because last time I was out here, one night when I woke up early in the morning, something was walking right behind the camp here. Yeah, like I said, it was probably just a small critter. But last time I set the cameras up, I set them out a day later. Which, I don't know why I didn't do them the first night. But we're going to do that tonight. The cameras will be out here. And we'll get situated. Alright. So, yeah, I'll bring you back in here in a little while. Hey guys, so I'm finally relaxed and situated. Got your trail camera set up. everything here. Got my lights and everything in position. I got my oil lamp. By the way, I'm getting a second one. I love that oil lamp, and it just does not make sense to have one by itself. I need to have one on each of these poles right here, my tarp poles. It would be great to see 2 oil lamps burning on the outside of these poles out here. But I got one over here, and I got a light over there. Got my lanterns, my battery or rechargeable lanterns, which work great, by the way. Right over here to my left, you can't see it right now, unless I actually get up and move the camera around. So yeah, I got the tripod set up with the parabolic mic. Yes, we will be listening tonight. Yes, we will be listening tonight. So, now, as of when I got out here, there was maybe a couple campers in the area that I passed. A lot less than there was last time. Even though it was quiet last time, there's less campers out here. Now, I'm camping in the same spot that me and Caden camped in here a few weeks ago, about a month ago. I can't believe it's already been that long already. I don't know. Anyway, there are people over at the next campsite over, which they've been very quiet. I've noticed. I just observed and noticed through the woods. So, anyway, I got just enough wood gathered together to have a small fire tonight. And yeah, did I mention I got I got the camera set up tonight. It's my first night out for the weekend. Everything else is ready to go. There is a little bit of wind going on, but it's not crazy. The wind's more higher up. It's not affecting me down here. So, you might be able to hear, like I'm starting to hear it again. So, hopefully that dies down by the time I want to use the parabolic mic. So, yep, and little peep frogs started up. I'm hearing them right now. So, yeah, there's some traffic coming up the forest road right now. Either one of two things: they're actually headed to find a campsite, or to a campsite, or they're headed into West Virginia. Because West Virginia, there's a couple different directions you can get to West Virginia. Straight west this way, or go up the other end of the forest road so you come up to the main road and follow that over the other side of the mountain, which is a little longer the other way, but actually quite a bit longer. West Virginia is 5 miles up the road here. So, and I know, shout out to Dave Huffman. He's actually camping this weekend, from my understanding, over not far out, where he had some activity. If you guys recall my Virginia Bigfoot documentary that I filmed back in October of last year, Dave, I actually filmed him, interviewed him. Dave came out and spent the day with us, which was cool. So, shared some information of some activity they had out there. So, he's spending every chance he can over in that particular area. So, we'll see what happens. But I was so happy to get this spot today. I wanted this spot again because, one, I know it's out here and I hear better out here. This area has had activity multiple times. So, the vocals, tree knocks, whoops, right here within camp. Seriously, right here in camp. So, yep. So yeah, we're gonna see how the evening goes. I'm probably gonna have something to eat here in a little bit. So, but if anything else goes on, if I hear anything, because I got my recorder, which is going to be hooked up to the parabolic mic. Hopefully we hear something good tonight. Because we're here for tonight and tomorrow night, and then we'll head home Sunday. So same routine as last time I was out here. And then going into next month, we have our group camp out, which will be out for a whole week in a whole totally different area. This is my main research area, but we will be in a totally different location, doing some more investigating out there. So perhaps, possibly in the fall, we might come back out here for our fall camp out. Because I know a couple of them expressed that they missed this area. So we'll give it some thought. We'll see how the activity is going out there when we do our next camp out and investigation. So, but I'm going to jump off you guys. You guys have a good evening. It's Friday night, April 18th. And I'll chat with you guys soon. So I was sitting here playing with my mini chainsaw, and then of course the game warden, or they weren't game warden, they were law enforcement, but they're like a division of the game wardens, but they're still law enforcement. Anyway, there was two of them pulled in here. You know, they usually do that. They check in on the campers, make sure everything's legal, make sure they're not, you're not doing anything you're not supposed to be doing. And I had the fire going. It's, after 7 o'clock, and they see my decals on my vehicle. After they introduce themselves, said hi, blah, blah, blah. They look at my car. I was like, have you seen Bigfoot out here? I said, it's funny that you should ask. I said, I sure have. So, but they were cool. They wanted to hear about it. The younger dude was like, please, I need to hear this. It's all right. I started getting into my story, and I pretty much got to the point where I was able to finish it just towards the end of the details. And while I'm finishing and wrapping it up, I'm hearing the other guy's radio go off and someone coming across it. And then they had to up and go. I mean, I would have glad to tell them some other information, and I probably would have asked them some questions, so, I mean. But I've had game wardens check on me numerous times, here and in another part of the National Forest, much further away. But I'm glad that they're actually pretty cool, laid-back, chill people, because, there's some of these game warden law officers out here that can be really stupid pricks. I mean, these guys are very chill, laid back, awesome people. They just want to make sure you're cool. Make sure you're not doing nothing illegal. As long as you're legal and all that, all that good stuff. They're not going to bother you. They're not going to harass you. They have a job to do. So, but anyway, yeah, I would have informed them on some other information out here. And again, I really wanted to question them to see if they knew anything or if they were willing to speak on anything. So, but anyway, it is what it is. They might come back. I don't know how far away their call was, but I told them, hey, come on back. If they want to talk more Bigfoot, it's up to them. But I don't know. Maybe my story was too boring for them, but it's whatever. So, but yeah, it is 7:30, almost 20 minutes till 8. Still daylight out. 20 minutes till 8 p.m. Got a fire going. And yeah, the wind has died down compared to what it was when I first got here. So that's a good thing. So, all right. I'm going to jump off here. Might bring you back here tonight. Unless something happens between now and after it gets dark, we'll see. So, all right, guys. What's up, guys? So it is almost 8:30. 8:25 to be exact. And of course it's dark now. I got my oil lamp going, and I got one headlamp set up over on the hatch of the car. As you just saw, I got the fire going pretty well. And I'm sure you're hearing it too, got the peat frogs going on. And, you know, so there's something I'm curious about. I'm wondering, because I'm hearing my neighbor campers over there. On occasions, they keep making sounds, some of them imitating owls. And a little while ago, one of them, I guess he was out by the road, or out that way, and he gave off like a short yell of some sort. And I'm just curious to know. I mean, I'm wondering if they're Bigfoot people or believers, and maybe they're curious to see if they get a response. Well, I'm going to tell you what, they're camping in the right spot. So, anything's possible. My ears will be open. I got the parabolic mic set up right now. I got the recorder hooked up to it. It's not going right now, because right now the only thing I'm going to hear is these peat frogs. So, and it's going to be my luck, as it usually is. If I hear something awesome, I'm not recording. The only thing is, when I go in for the night, I'm not going to leave this recorder out all night. I need to get a cheaper recorder that I'm not afraid to leave out for a long time. This recorder that I got right here is $100 plus. Yeah, it's well over $100 for this recorder. And the cheaper ones, I've had cheaper audio recorders left out for a week in all kinds of weather, and they are awesome. The Olympus digital audio recorder, I need to get me another one. But I got everything set up here. Even though the peat frog's going on, I'm still gonna listen, because you know, you just never know. So, and it's not as hot as it was earlier. It's actually comfortable right now. So, and I'm going to tell you guys what, I'll be up a little later tonight compared to if I was up, you know, if Caden was with me. And, but in all seriousness here, I actually got a little emotional because I am in the same spot, set up the same way as I did when Caden was here, and he can't be here right now. I was hoping that it was going to work out where he was going to camp with me again, but he was scheduled to be at his other grandparents' house the one weekend out of this month. He was supposed to go last weekend, but things changed and he was rescheduled for this weekend. It's whatever. So yeah, I missed the little guy. Yeah, because I'm picturing him hanging out here, sitting in his chair, or playing, being silly, or trying to get in the back of my car, as he calls, I'm climbing. So, but I've camped out here for years by myself, but since I got that little guy, it's a different ball game without him. So I'm glad that I am glad the wind died down. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm hoping I capture something on recording. You know, if I hear anything, hopefully I'm recording at the time I hear something. And of course, if I do capture it, you guys will get to hear it. I'll make sure I upload it to where you guys can hear it, and I'll share it around. And again, I'm sorry if I hear something after I go in the tent for the night, which happened to me once last time we were out here, and I heard some kind of strange vocal right up on the ridge behind me, which I'm going to be hiking up there tomorrow. That's my plan, is to go hike and explore up on that ridge up there. But something gave off a strange vocal last time I was out here. It was, to imitate it would be like, oh, oh, oh. It did it 3 times, just like that. Oh, oh, oh. I was like, what the heck was that? You know? Of course, that was my luck. Put everything away, went in the tent. And, well, me and Caden, I had downloaded a movie. We had watched a movie on my phone. And right after that was done, you know, he had fallen asleep right away because it was late. And I'm laying there still awake, and that's when I hear it. I was like, what the heck? I would have loved, to capture it on, on the recording so I could share it with you guys, let you guys listen to it, but it's whatever. It's the way it works out most of the time. So I'm going to sit here, relax, listen to these peat frogs, and get ready to record here and listen, see what I might be able to capture. Because it's around that time. So it's around 9:30 p.m. Friday night. As of right now, the only thing I've been hearing on the mic is I've heard a couple owls. Then I'm picking up the campers talking over there, on and off. Other than that, I haven't heard anything out of the ordinary. I mean, the peat frogs are steadily going. And I had a big old fat toad come through the camp here. So yeah, right now it's approaching 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. Friday night. Meanwhile, if you hear me munching, it's because I'm having a snack right now. So I got my sweatpants on. I had to throw a sweater on. It is getting chilly now. Just a little bit, not too bad. I was wearing shorts and just a t-shirt. I'm actually very comfortable right now. But right before I started saying anything, when I started recording, I heard more barred owls, but over in a different direction. Oh, and just a few minutes ago, I was just walking around the camp with my flashlight, and I saw that toad again. And at least I thought it was the same toad. I said, oh wow, you made it all the way over here. I was out by the forest road. Well, kept walking, saw another one. I said, what? So yeah, there's multiple toads out here. Big toads. They're not the peeper frogs. Ooh, what the heck was that? I'm going to be silent for a little bit because I'm starting to hear things. The camera might pick up what I'm hearing if it does it again. So there's going to be some silence for me because I thought I heard a knock over in that direction where I was facing the parabolic mic. So if you hear silence, because I'm listening. And if anything sounds off or happens or whatever, I want you guys to hear it. So let's listen for a little bit. Well, good morning. Um, well, one thing I apologize for. I was going to say good night from inside the tent last night. I started to watch something on my phone that I had downloaded, uh, and I couldn't finish it. I was just too tired. So, yeah, because I figured I wasn't hearing nothing else but maybe some owls. That's about it. I decided to go inside and watch me a movie, and I think I don't know if I made it halfway through or not. But anyway, yeah, I was just too tired. I just turned the lights off and I turned the phone off, put everything away, and call it a night. But here I am. I'm up this morning. I've already had a cup of coffee. um, had me a little something to eat. As of right now, one thing I'm kind of going around doing right now while it's early is gathering up some more pieces of wood for later today. I see a couple dead things I'm going to cut up here later. Some fairly decent sized stuff here I want to cut up. So, but the other thing I'm doing too is preparing for the hike. I plan on going up the ridge back here today and see what we might come across. I have not been up there in quite a while. I mean, that's where a lot of activities come from. So I want to know if there's something happening or has happened up there. I want to see if there's anything to be discovered up there. Because this area here, this is my main research area. I've been spending a lot of time in here over the years, and I've developed a route. Well, let me back up a little bit. There's this area here on a geographical map. I have it broken down in zones. Yes, I have it broken down in zones. The ECBRO Zone 1, ECBRO Zone 2, 3, and 4. I haven't gone beyond 4 because I know every zone out here. Therefore, there goes the quote of my YouTube channel, Bigfoot Zone. And Bigfoot Zone is this whole research area out here. But what I'm getting at is I developed I put down and notice a pattern with activity and sightings, movement, vocals, all contributed to an unknown, species that we would like to contribute or point fingers towards Bigfoot. So, but anyway, so there's certain areas I want to focus on, and that's what I'm here to do. To pick back up to where I was last at, because there's certain areas I like to, touch base with and study and observe, so that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to observe. I'm here to explore. I'm here to seek out new changes. What's new out here? That's what I'm here for. And that's what I tell everybody when they're new into this field. If you want to explore out in the field and look for evidence, you got to get familiar with your location that you choose. Have an area of interest and know what's out there. Know what already exists in the area. What could exist in the area. What travels or passes through the area. And then visit these areas periodically. Observe the changes, whether that be from weather, storm damage, wildlife damage, and so much more. So, but anyway, I'll talk to you guys more about this here after a while. But I'm going to get myself situated here, have another cup of coffee, and we might run into a little bit of rain. I don't know. There was a small percentage of rain today out this way, so we'll see how that goes. That won't be an issue. I mean, I got my poncho, I got my lightweight rain jacket, and I got my protein bar, some small pack of cookies for my hike. I got plenty of water. So, but yeah, I'll see you guys later. Next time you see me, we'll be back there in the woods. All right, guys. So yeah, I got a little work. It looks like the top of the ridge is right here. That's just the middle section. It actually keeps going up much further than what it appears. But I'm actually coming from over here. I'm working my way up an angle. There's game trails through here. And so I'm working this way, and I'm going to gradually go up that way. But just an observation I wanted to point out. I thought this was interesting. You got this old dead stump right here. But look at this stone right here. Is this natural? Because look at that. It was just sticking up out of the ground. I don't know. It's like as if it's been placed there at some point in time. But I'm going to leave it there. Like almost as if it's some form of marker, possibly. But yeah, I thought that was neat. Just wanted to point it out. Just an observation, not saying what it is. It's probably natural. But then again, could it have been placed there? Maybe. But so we got some work ahead of us here. I got to pace myself because I got bad knees. I do have to watch out. So I should have put my knee braces on. I got my compression socks on, which tend to help my legs. But so yeah, but we're gonna follow this game trail, and then we're gonna split up, go up this way here. So stay tuned. So this is gonna be my way up this ridge, going up through this little hollow right here. It's gonna be the easiest way to work my way through. Yeah, there's a few obstacles in the way, some down trees, but also from down here, I'll be able to keep my eyes up above. It's clear. So we're gonna head this way, check out the area, and see what we might be able to come across here. I think it's going to be very interesting, guys, because there's definitely some cool stuff out here. I haven't been, this section of the woods I have not been into in a long time, but we're going to come up here, check things out. Now, here's another observation here. Look at that tree break right there. Hasn't been broke all too long, but it's not fresh, but it's not old either. It's broke over going down here. Now, one thing I could tell you, that there's nothing heavy that's fallen on top of it that caused it to break. So, again, another observation. But I'm going to jump off here, stay focused, and I'll bring you guys back. So one other thing I want to point out as I started to work my way up this way, notice this old logging road up through here. Yeah, much easier to walk up through here, but it kind of comes to an end here as it opens up into a saddle. But yeah, we're gonna head over this direction. I mean, I'm gonna get up, look around up here, but my focus is gonna be going towards the west. Oh man, I can't tell you enough how beautiful these woods are. I love being out here. This is awesome. I just can't get out here enough. It drives me nuts sometimes. But I think I see some very promising things, or something very promising up ahead. Straight ahead, we're gonna keep going, see what might be up there. Because from this distance, I see something that looks interesting. It may be an X formation, I'm not sure, but we're gonna get up on it, take a look, and yeah, we're gonna just see what's up here. I really think there's gonna be some awesome stuff up here. I want to know if the squatches are working this area. So, all right. So right now I am on the top of the ridge line. What I thought was interesting turned out to be nothing. But as I get up here and look around over here behind me, I just happen to find this a bit interesting right here. I do find that very interesting. As I'm going to take a picture of that. There we go. I snapped the picture. All right. Now, I know what I can do is actually work my way back down this way and work my way up on the back side of the hollow. But I want to work this ridge line. So if I work this ridge line, I should have view of anything down that way, but this ridge line is what I've been wanting to do. So that's what we're going to focus on. We're going to take our time. We're going to work our way through here. See what else is up here. And you know what? I am finding some decent impressions up through here. But judging from the size of what I'm seeing, I'm definitely not ruling out bear. Yeah. Bears tend to be on the higher ground and they come to the lower ground. So, but we're gonna keep exploring. Man, there's a lot of good wood up here. I would love to get this down below, but I'm not dragging it back down there. But anyway, I gotta watch my step here, guys. So I'll bring you guys back. Yeah, something or someone has been through here. This right here has been kicked up out of its spot right there. A human hiker, Bigfoot, bear, even a deer will kick out something like that. Depends on where they're stepping. Deer are normally more cautious on how they plant their feet. But got a break that's about around 8 feet high. There's nothing indicating that something fell on it. So what's the suspect? There's a few suspects. Strong, heavy winds, bears, maybe even a Sasquatch. And what's interesting about this tree break, look right below it. I thought this was interesting. I really did. Got this ground X formation crisscrossing going on right down here in the bottom. And then the tree break right above it. I find this a bit fascinating. Just when this ridge line was starting to disappoint me. Yeah, we're going to keep walking. We're going to go see what's up ahead. Ridge lines usually do have good stuff up here. But, so, there's a lot of natural tree fog all through here. Because up here, you're on the higher ground. These areas, when the high winds come, and the strong winds, they hit up here before they hit down below. And they're usually a lot stronger up on the high ground. Keep that in mind. Here's a tree break, fairly large tree. Notice how it has a twist. I'm going to repeat myself for those who've been following me over the years. When I point these type of tree breaks with a twist in them, weight, momentum, weight, and momentum. Weight and momentum causes the tree to fall and break in various directions, not to mention sometimes fibers. A lot of trees, people don't realize this, but their fibers inside, you don't see this from the outside, but a lot of trees, their fibers grow in a twisted spiral formation. Now again, when this broke, the weight, when it brought it down, of course it caused what appears to be a twist, or a slight twist in this situation. All right, so just an observation I want to point out. All right, I'm trying to stay on the high ground. It keeps going down there. We're gonna keep going this way here. All right. So here, it may not be what I think. Oh, actually it is. Right here. Very common with turkey hunters. Look at this. Very common with turkey hunters. Yep, somebody's been working this area in the past. They take all the natural down debris, build up a small barrier, set up right in there. They got a perfect view for turkeys. This is very common with turkey hunters. Yes, take note. Hunters, people. Okay? Let's carry on. Oh, I gotta watch my step. Watch my step. Oh, wait a minute. What is this? It may not be nothing, but, and again, it looks pretty interesting right here. Right here, before I get any closer. Now let's go get a close-up. Yeah, I do find this very, very interesting. Again, this top of this ridge is starting to reveal a few interesting things up here, guys. I mean, what's your take on this? How you guys feel about this? Very, very cool. We're gonna continue on and see what's up ahead. This here almost looks like, well, it basically does form an X formation. Huh. Interesting. So at this point, I'm going to start working my way back down off this ridge. I don't think you guys realize just how far I've actually been walking. So I know once I get back down off this ridge and work my way back out to the forest road, I got a good little ways to walk back to camp. And I just realized I had stuff from the fire on my face. Ah, there we go. Well, it's still there a little bit. But anyway, we got more exploring to do, but see, if I keep going the other way in the direction I was going, it keeps steadily going downhill there. I mean, I could go down here, but since it does go down over there, maybe I should go that way, since that's the direction I was actually heading anyway. So, all right. I'll see you guys in a little while. This looks very interesting. Look at this. Look at this. You got one standing tree, and then joined by it, all leaning in, connecting at the top. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the one standing tree right here. You can't tell me this ain't cool. This is very fascinating right here. Seriously. This is probably one of the coolest things I found so far today. So. And by the way, I am pretty much almost completely at the bottom of the ridge. Because I could hear the forest road. I heard a vehicle out in the distance, so I know where I'm going anyway right now. So I know all these little ridge and hollows and all the saddles up through here. This is my playground right here. I know these woods. I've been all through here. But yeah, working my way down here. I just had to share that. I had to put this on camera, let you guys see this here. I'll probably take a picture or two of this. But let's see. Very cool. Well, we're gonna keep going. Who knows? There might be some other cool stuff in the area here as we work our way through here. Got some. It gets a little thick up ahead of me, but that's all right. I mean, I could go the other way, but I want to go through here. So, all right, guys. So I just want to point this out, which I've done this also in the past. Sometimes when you're in a national forest or a state forest, you'll find piles of stone, big piles of stone. In most cases, these were left over from the forest department, the state forest department. A lot of these were used for the creek beds and river beds. So, now what's interesting about some of these, which I've seen this before, the front section right here almost appears to have been like an entrance. Like it was an opening to an entrance at one point in time. But, yeah, you'll see, this is the largest pile of stones I've ever seen. I normally see smaller stones, usually grouped together. But, yeah, this is the largest I've ever seen. Interesting. So, again, from the state forest. Or could it be something entirely different? Share your thoughts. Large giant root ball systems. And one thing I will point out about these here, if these trees have been down for a while, underneath the root balls, they'll get dug out. You'll have small animals, bears, coyotes, they'll take shelter. They'll dig out, they'll burrow, foxes, raccoons. Yep, they will use this as shelter. So I do want to point something out to you, and I know the camera is not going to do no justice. However, what I'm looking at here, there's a heel right here where the tip of my fingers are. Okay? And there's toes up here. I could see the toes, but I need to clarify on something. There's also toes right here. Yes, there are toe impressions right here with the heel right here. So what do we have here? We have the rear foot of the bear, front paw right up here. I saw another impression back just behind me with toes in it. And this one was obvious, more obvious than the other one. But the toes are present. So I just want to point that out. There is a clear foot right here. Very narrow heel. Widens up here with the toe impressions. That's how bears are. Bear tracks are very narrow at the heel. And then the front pads with the toes. So, and this is on the outside of the camp. Camp is directly that way. I'm just exploring around this general area, and I just want to point that out. Again, I apologize. The camera does not do justice. So we have double step bear track right there. And like I said, just back here somewhere, where did I see it? I think I walked too far away from the other one. But yeah. Oh, no, here it is. Here it is. Yeah, there's some toes right up here. So yeah, I'm just back here just checking the area out. And those track impressions, they are not old. So the bears are on the move. So yeah, we're just checking out the area, just doing a little minor scouting around. Oh, hey guys. So it's a beautiful day today, guys. I can't tell you I can't tell you enough. It's beautiful. Yeah, it's warmed up quite a bit right now. And for the first good part of the morning, it was very cloudy out. I thought we were going to get some rain. But the blue sky is out. There's some clouds out there, but mostly blue sky, which is beautiful. Got a nice breeze going on here. And so I got plenty of firewood. I'm going to have a good fire tonight. That's another thing I did earlier after I got back from hiking. I gathered up enough wood to have a decent fire tonight. However, I've been thinking about what else. Besides listening with a parabolic mic, I'm going to try again. I didn't hear nothing but maybe a couple owls last night. Maybe it might be different tonight. We'll see. Might even walk up and down the forest road tonight. I do have my thermal camera, the X infrared, which actually hooks up to my phone. I'm very impressed with it. It's a very impressive device. Again, it's called the X infrared T2 Pro. T as in Tom, the number 2 Pro. I may hook that up tonight. Scan the sides of the road, because I've actually had some experiences that way, guys. There's plus other reports I've gotten along this way. There's they like to cross the roads up here, but I may hang around here too, because they do come close to camp. Based off of my experiences and others who've camped here, they let you know. They usually let you know that they're in the area. But lately, they might not be saying nothing. They may not letting you know. But I'm going to be checking this area out, I got cameras. I got trail cameras set up all around here. But I don't know. We'll see, guys. I'm going to do what I can. I mean, I wish I had more time out here, but you know. So I just kind of want to let you guys know what I plan on doing anyway, and then we'll go from there. So there is a lot of traffic today. There's a lot of people that's in the area. When I came out of the woods down to the down on the forest road, I was actually kind of surprised. There's actually campers in all the open perimeter spots up here. So, and then of course I've had dirt bikes ride up and down here, cars and trucks. Most of them are coming and going from their campsites. So, but I'm gonna sit here, enjoy this beautiful weather, relax here at camp, and then we'll get things ready for later, and hopefully we'll have some excitement. Stay tuned. Okay, I crossed the river, came from that side, and two things. One, I didn't have many stepping areas to get across. I slipped and busted my butt. Yeah, I got pretty wet. And man, my phone was in the back pocket. I thought it cracked because I thought I heard a crack. And my phone is still in one piece, thank God. Anyway, yeah, my feet, my legs got soaked. But I'm over here. Now we're gonna explore. We'll worry about getting back afterwards. And man, yeah, I think I kind of busted my finger a little bit too. But I'm over here. We're gonna check things out. Come through the territory. You get roughed up. And of course, it doesn't help that I've been drinking already. So anyway, we're gonna check this area out, see what we got, because it looks like we got some boot tracks or something over here. Yeah, there's some boot tracks. You know, others have been over on this side. But we're gonna go explore this area along the riverbed, and then we're gonna go split off into the woods over here. I've been wanting to check this area out for a while, so we're gonna go see what's over here, what's going on. Although most of my vocalizations come from behind the campsite, up on the ridge. But I've had team members in one of our past group campouts where our campsite was down here. They've been whooped at right behind their camp, so their tent set up. So we're gonna check this area out, see if we can find anything along this area. So come on, guys, let's go and check this out. And yeah, I'm just making sure, man. My finger feels like it should be bleeding, but I don't know, just the way it smashed and landed against the rocks on the other side, because I do some crazy, stupid crap. But anyway, it's what I do to explore. Yeah, my leg, oh my, I got a big old gash on my leg. Yeah, that comes from the way I landed. Yeah, like I said, we're gonna go explore. We're gonna check this area out. I want to take my time through here, see if I can find any tracks through here that, you know, because it's soft ground through here. So I'm gonna take my time, look through here. Like right through here would be promised. I see a lot of deer tracks, still wet and slippery through here. And I don't see no other larger tracks. Nothing, no bear, nothing, just deer. But yeah, come on, guys, let's go take a look at this. I think this area has some potential. Yeah, of course. Wait a minute. Is that my step right there? No, wait a minute. Oh. Yeah, that's got to be from me. I just came through here. Duh. All right, guys. Let's go explore, see what we got going on up here. So, yeah, this area here, this is separate from the river. This normally holds water. The reason why I'm walking through it right now, besides it being dry, is the sand and the soil is very soft. I'm actually looking for tracks. I'm not even seeing no deer. Oh, wait a minute. Got something there. Now we're starting to see. I wasn't seeing nothing. Now I'm starting to see impressions here. Like, we got deer tracks through here. Anything heavy will definitely stand out. I mean, the deer tracks, yeah, there's definitely deer tracks. They're standing up pretty well. I would love to see something much larger than a deer. Bear, even, hey, Sasquatch, show itself. Show me the evidence. All right, so we got a little pool down there. Got the riverbed, river rock over there. We're not going to keep going. I only wanted to explore and look through the sand area here. See if there's any tracks that, you know, anything that stood out. So, what do we got here? Yeah, maybe an old bear track there, but if it is a bear track, either it didn't go any further, or the tracks are washed out. Yeah, more deer tracks. That's all I'm seeing. So I guess at this point, I'm gonna go back towards the river that runs down through this way. And I think I messed my shoulder up when I fell. I'm starting to feel pains where I didn't realize I had pains where I got hurt. Come through the territory, man. A lot of people stay on trails and easy walking. I go in the craziest places to look for evidence. That's why I found and have come across some of the coolest things ever. I'm not afraid to go off the beaten path. I have found tracks in areas where most people won't find them because they don't go that far. So, but anyway, I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna get up on this embankment and go back towards the river and see what else we could come across. You see this dead log right here? Look at this. This has been dug up, tore up. The moss is scraped off of it. Yeah, this is the work of a bear. Just to let you know, bears do that. Bear's been through here working this area. Alright, so I'm seeing another potential area to cross because there's some soft soil and sand over there I want to go check out. We're going to try to cross this a little bit more careful and cautiously than what we did a little while ago. I may have to go up a little further, but I do want to check over there out. I want to get back on that side now. Here's another area. You can see where water flows through here. It's all dried up river rock over here. So this ain't part of the main river, but this normally flows and has water in it. Here's a small river right here. Now I see there's an old log that crosses into the, almost right across. It's gonna be slippery right there where the water crosses over that log. But wait a minute. I see a sandbar over there on the shore over there. I want to go check that out before attempting to come back over here. So let's see if we can get over there. It's a lot of rock over here, a lot of loose rock. Ouch! Damn thorns. I want to look for tracks. That's what I'm after right now. And these loose rocks are throwing me off. All right, deer tracks, deer tracks. I see nothing but deer tracks. I want to see large tracks, large humanoid bipedal tracks. See deer tracks. Oh man, it's all sandy through here. What else we got going on back here? Deer tracks. And some of these are, some of these can be and might be coyote tracks. Most of them are deer tracks though. So I wanted to check this area out before going on the other side. Well, let's go look over here real quick. Yeah, definitely deer tracks. What the heck is this? Old paintbrush. What the heck is old paintbrush doing back here? Wow. Wow, way out here. Did it get washed up here, rinsed down here, or what? An old paintbrush. What the heck is a paintbrush doing way back here, buried in the dirt? Wow, that's interesting. So I'm watching the ground very carefully here. Deer tracks everywhere. Deer tracks. Tons of deer back here. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. Wait a minute here. Wait a minute. What do we have here? What do we have here? I think we have right here. Right up here is the arch where the toes are. Whoa. Okay. I think we might be onto something here. But it's facing going the direction I just came from. Wait a minute. We're going to walk back down that way. We'll look along that edge there, but I want to come back over here. See if I can find something. Or did it come up from the rocks? Because you're not going to leave impression. Where I'm walking, it's all stone. You're not going to leave impression through here. If that is a Sasquatch or even a heavy bear, I'm going to see more tracks. Depending on the surface and terrain they're stepping on. If they're walking along these rocks, you're not going to see no more tracks. That's the way it goes. But that's what I'm here for, man. That's what I'm here for. To look for the evidence. But you got to consider, you might see a single track. And people often question that, which I don't get it why they have to question that without having common sense. They lack common sense because they're like, okay, well, consider the ground. There's a lot of soft ground here, sand and soil. Then you got the rocky, hard ground. You're not going to leave a track or impression right there. I believe that really is some form of track or impression right there. All right? If that is a bear or a Sasquatch, if they continued walking down this way, I should see more tracks. I should see some more of an impression. Or did they walk across from the rocky terrain? Did they go into the woods over here? That's the question. So, very carefully, I got to put my phone away because that log that runs across the river, I need to try to cross that. All right, I'll bring you back once I get to the other side safely. Okay, that woke me up. As soon as I started stepping on the wet part of that log, I felt a slight slip. And I kept going. I was like, why are you doing this, Daniel? Why are you doing this? And sure enough, I fell into over 2 feet of water. Yeah, that log right there behind me, it's a lot deeper off the edge than you realize. I fell in and whoo, that was kind of cold water. I'm glad I got a change of socks and clothes because I wasn't planning on doing this kind of attempt anywhere today or during this whole weekend. But my shirt, I am fully drenched and so I was submerged completely. Yeah. Yep, I am soaking wet right now, guys. Oh boy. I just hope what I did is the crossover on the side, I hope it's worth it. Let's see what we got, guys. Oh boy, I am wet. I'm glad it wasn't really cold. But I've seen sand over here with some impressions, but it's very inconclusive on what they might be. Wow. Woo! I think I busted a rib when I landed and went down, half of me went in the water and part of me was still on the log, and my left side of my ribs kind of crashed down on the log. I'm feeling it right now. But see, I just walked all the way over there, and I attempted, like I said, I came across that log and smashed, boom, and I am soaked. Alright, so I'm not seeing nothing over here, guys. I'm not seeing nothing at all. We're going to work our way back through the woods over this way and see what's over here. And I might have to head back to camp here. I didn't want to leave back so soon. I wanted to really spend some time over here. Well, alright, what do we got over here? Looks like an old log road over here. And my feet are drenched. Don't you hate that feeling? For those who know, and for those who have gotten the water, I mean their feet soaking wet while wearing boots or shoes, and every step you take, you feel the nastiness of the wetness. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna have to hold my phone. My pants are soaked. I don't want my phone sitting in my wet pocket. As soon as I got up out of there, that's the first thing I did was grab my phone out of my back pocket to keep it from getting wet any further. Whew. This is a pretty neat area. I would actually camp back here. I got a hammock tent. I would come back here and camp out in my hammock. Plenty of trees right around this area, like something, even a small tree like this to that one there, that would hold me up. Or even something closer to the edge of the water, the river over there. That would be awesome. But we're going to head back over this direction over here. Yes, I am completely soaked. It actually kind of feels good now. It actually does. Oh, but whoo, boy. Oh, okay. I'm not that far from the road because there goes a vehicle that just went by. So, all right, I see the forest road. All right, we're gonna head that way and work our way back to camp. Ah, boy. Yeah, when I get back to camp and get settled and some dry clothes, I'll probably have a chat with you guys here in a little while. Well, I'm back here at camp and I am in dry clothes. Yes, I'm completely dry now. My clothes are laid out on the ground. Socks, shorts, underwear, and my shirt is hanging up. Yep. Oh, and the wind's picking up. It still feels nice, warm. The temperature's nice out here. Feels great out here right now, guys. But yeah, I'll bring you guys back here in a few minutes. So it's a nice dinner, chicken and dumplings. Now I've had this brand before. You can get this at the Dollar General. It's actually pretty good, but I'm gonna make it a little special. And when I say special, I'm gonna make it creamy, cream of chicken. I wasn't gonna get cream mushroom, but you know, hey, chicken and dumplings, might as well get the chicken, cream of chicken. So you know, hey. We're going to have a very creamy, thick, delicious dinner tonight. I'm looking forward to this. So, chicken and dumplings with a cream of chicken mixed in, cooked in, and I saved some leftover noodles. And I took the chicken and dumplings and poured it and added it on top of the noodles. This is going to be delicious. I've already been sampling some of this. The cream of chicken mixed with the chicken and dumplings is amazing. If you never tried this, I encourage you to give it a try. Oh, what's up, guys? 7:36 p.m. Saturday night. So I started organizing, putting a few things away, make it easier for tomorrow when I have to leave. But the sun's starting to go down. The peat frogs already been sounding off already. You know, I'm sure you can see the smoke. I got the fire going. And I got the parabolic mic set up again. So, and I will say, from crossing the river, the first time I crossed the river, I fell and busted my butt. That wasn't so bad. It was the second time I fell. Crossing the log, I should have known better, but I do all kinds of stupid stuff. I do. But I've crossed stuff like that before, no problem. But it was very slick when it got to the wet side. Of course, I came crashing down. You know, both legs, one on one side of the log, the other on the other. But when I landed where my ribs smashed onto the log, and I do believe I bruised something, because when I go to take a breath, you can feel the pain. It's like it restricts you from taking that breath. And of course, on my backside, when I move around certain ways, I gotta be careful because it hurts, you know. So, but anyway, I'm sitting here and enjoying the evening. It's been a beautiful day. A few bumps and bruises and cuts. Oh, so if you're wondering what I'm drinking, I had these Sonic Cherry Limeade powder drinks you mix with the water. I had gotten them last time for when Caden was here. He loves them. He likes both of them. I have a blue one too. It's like a blue raspberry or something. They're the Sonic flavor drinks. And I did not put the full pack in here because for what I put in here, it's just right. If you put all of it in there, it's a little too tart for my taste, but I think I did it just right. It's real good. Yeah, they're zero sugar powdered drinks. You just mix in with your bottle of water. So, had a good dinner. That chicken and dumplings with the cream of chicken added to it, that was like really good. It was amazing. If you never tried nothing like that, it's a good camp food. You know, I like trying different things. So, and usually when I go camping, I do try to bring different soups, especially if it's cooler weather anyway. But I like to enjoy a good hearty soup, especially in the evenings. After a day of hiking and everything, you need to eat good. But I've already heard a couple owls. So, oh yeah, earlier when I first came out of the woods, I heard owls out in the woods right after I got to the forest road. So, but I'll bring you guys back a little later after it gets dark, and I'll give you any updates if there is anything to update you on. So, all right, guys, I'll be back. I just had a tree knock back here, and then the owl sounded off, and of course I was not recording. There goes the owl. And I swear I thought I heard something moving right here behind the camp. I'm not seeing no eye shine or nothing, but it sounds like I heard something moving. I clearly heard wood on wood. I gotta get my good flashlight. It sees long ways. If there's anything out there within distance, I might be able to spot something. But right now, in the direction I'm actually looking, is where it sounded like it came from. I promise you, it was a wood knock. Wood on wood. And I bet you it's on the other side of that marshy swamp area. But right after that, right when I started recording, I thought I heard movement right here in the woods somewhere. This area here, I haven't, man, come on. You know what's messed up is I just stopped the recorder because the battery was low, and I was going to go in the tent for the night, and then this happens. I swear, and I promise you, there was a tree knock right back here somewhere. Of course, if I saw my light moving around the woods, it's probably gone by now. And see, and there's my trail camera. I have a trail camera facing out this way. The other one's beyond that way. And then the other one's on the other side of the camp. Alright, well, I'm not seeing nothing, guys. Right when I was getting ready to go in the camp, in the tent. Yeah, I got frogs out here mating. I gotta watch out where I step so I don't squish them. Yeah, there was like 5 frogs all together hanging in the area tonight. Yeah, they're down there chirping. Alright, so there was something moving around back here. I heard that right after the tree knock and the owl. And I'm not seeing nothing. Well, we're gonna call it a night. I gotta put this fire out. And again, it's gonna be my luck if I hear anything else and I'm inside the tent. Of course, the smoke doesn't help the visibility out here. Oh, come on. Love to hear one more good tree knock or some wild vocal or something. Well, I hate to keep recording and it's dead silent. I know it's probably boring to the viewer, but I started recording as soon as I heard what I heard, and I was hoping I would get more activity to follow, but hold on. Well, guys, I'm gonna have to call it a night. I'm sorry, but I promise you, they are here, guys. This area here, this camp spot, I've always had activity here. Always. Something. You know, when I camped here with Caden, I got that weird vocal up on the hillside ridge over there. It was like, oh, oh, oh. That's what I heard right after we had gone into the tent for the night. I'm looking through the screen. I'm not seeing nothing. Are you guys seeing anything? Any eye shine or anything? I'm not. Alright, guys. I'm gonna go in the tent. If I hear anything else, I'll inform you. I'll let you know. You're not gonna believe this. There it is. There's eye shine right there. Look. Oh shit, it's looking right at me. Oh shit. There it is. It dipped its head down low. It's getting this thing. There's eye shine right there. There it is right there. Holy shit. Did you guys tell me you guys saw the eye shine? That stump sits up higher than the bank. And that eye shine looked like it was just almost to the top of that stump right there. Come on now, show yourself. Now I gotta go over there. It looked like yellowish looking eye shine. There it is. Oh wait, the way it's moving, it looks like a deer. I don't know. It's a set of solid eye shine. I gotta try to capture this on camera. It's probably just a deer, but I gotta go look. Oh, it's a deer. Yep. It's a deer. Nice sized deer. There she goes. Whoa. I had to investigate. I was excited when I saw eye shine, guys. But there was a tree knock back here. I promise you. And then I saw that eye shine. Whoo, had my heart pumping, dude. Had my heart pumping. I couldn't just assume it was a squatch because it was on the other side, which sets up high, so that explains the height. Oh my gosh, my heart was pumping because I was putting out the fire and I was urinating over here behind, and I'm looking over because I got my headlamp on, and I see this eye shine looking right at me. I was like, holy crap. Oh man, I gotta review this. That was exciting nonetheless. It wasn't a squatch, but the eye shine turned out to be a deer. Nice size looking deer back there too. Whoo, boy. All right. So it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. And I'm still awake. I haven't fallen asleep yet, which I'm getting ready to go to sleep now. I was actually watching a movie on my phone. But I get up to use the bathroom to step outside. And there's more deer right outside the camp here. They're like, yeah, I thought that was cool. I looked over, I saw 2 sets of eye shine over there on the tree line. I was like, what the heck? Oh, more deer. So, well, that's the most I've seen. The weather, the temperature's warming up. They're moving around more. The wildlife are getting out and about, getting busier. But I just had to throw my hoodie on. Even though the temperature's warming up, it's actually cold tonight. So, but anyway, you guys have a good one. Thank you for listening, watching. Hope you enjoyed my little adventure here at camp and everything else. So, keep it squatchy, my friends. Till next time.